we find that parents who reported having at least one child who was struggling with distance learning experienced elevated levels of mental distress when surveyed during March and April of 2020. We found this result to be consistent across different measures, including anxiety, depression, and trouble sleeping. Our result is somewhat concerning because about half of the parents in our sample reported having at least one child who was struggling with distance learning. What is interesting is that the disparity in mental health distress resulting from having at least one child in the household who was struggling with distance learning seems to be independent of income, the number of children in the household, and the number of days since the school closed at the time of the survey.
There are several studies on the implications of teacher effectiveness as well as efficacy. We also see some literature that addresses parents as pedagogical leaders within the homeschooling context. Yet very few studies, if any, identify parents as proxy educators, especially in assessing their mental health based on their child's ability to complete distant learning through a national public health pandemic. Parents, as proxy educators, should be supported by their child's school during this time. Without proper support, both parents and students will likely suffer. Support for proxy educators can take on the form of additional mental health resources, as well as a virtual platform for both parents and educators to convene. For school administrators and educators, use this time to build, maintain, or strengthen a bridge between your school and your families. Be patient with your parents. It's likely that this is their first time as proxy educators. You are the academic experts. To the parents, this is a difficult time for all of us. Use this time to depend on your school and educators as the experts in meeting your child's academic needs.
We want to be clear that our results do not suggest that we should be reopening schools to alleviate the stress faced by parents during this time. Instead, schools should be creating plans to assist their proxy educators for as long as we're in this distance learning format.